And they'll begin by running the option.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here's Fields.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Fields going to take this himself.
And he'll go down at the 28. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
On the draw, it's Pollard.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Touchdown!
Rashad Bateman.
His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Ready. Watch out now. 50 Fury.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
On second down, Roberson.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yo, blue. Go red. 6. Mega. Steal. Check steal.
They're going to look to throw.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Second and 6. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Zach Cunningham gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They'll try and throw for it here. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Now it's Fields.
And he comes back with one complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Switch. Yellow. Red.
Up the middle they go. Roberson. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays.
Okay,
I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Blue striker. Ready.
2nd and 9 now. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Check pink. Set.
On 3rd down, Roberson. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready. Ready. You. Yellow.
They'll set up a throw.
Out left to Dotson.
But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's out quickly to Bateman.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now to this point.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Pollard. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Santos' kick is up and through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Green Jack. Drill green. Ready.
2nd and 2. Coming across the field, he finds Dotson. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Black Ultra.
Back to throw again. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Field black. Hey, green. Black shot. Set.
Back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here's Fields.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Third and long. It's Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
Here we go, set.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Set, hut.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
Set, hut.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Take it in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
6, mega. Ready.
They go play action here on first down. Complete again to Robertson. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Ready.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Smash. Hut, hut.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
To throw again on second down. Fields. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
Flag blue. White.
They'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Hey, blue.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Yellow. Striker.
They'll look to throw here.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Quez Watkins.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good.
And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Pollard again.
59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On that last run, he's going to hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Fields. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on his faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Red, yellow.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Snell will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Striker, 3-3. Ultra, go ultra.
Again with Snell. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. A shotgun snap, Fields. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. Finding room at midfield. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and then his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Here we go.
Pollard going to try the right side. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now a handoff up the middle. Downing. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now here's Pollard. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Santos now to add the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Let's go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now back to throw.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Steal, black. Set.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd